So this is going to blow up and is worth addressing. Angel Reese had her best game of the season against the New York Liberty. It wasn't even close. Clearly her best game of the season. She's really struggled finishing this year. She looked a lot more aggressive, taking the ball up. She took shots from the outside that I think she needs to do. She needs to pull up, make the defense honest. She looked like she was playing with a ton of effort, and the Skies still lost. They still got blown out, and the Sky issues go well beyond Angel Reese's field goal percentage. Obviously, Courtney Vandersloot out for the season. That's a blow, but they weren't even good before then. Their draft pick goes to the Minnesota Lynx. There is a lot of problems with the Chicago Sky. But amidst those problems comes the criticism of Angel Reese. Again, some of it is earned through the play. And then with her, she's also a big name. So a lot of things, anything she does, says, can be thrown out there at the same time. I don't know if she's always handled things great, but I also don't know if she deserves a lot of the things, or I know she doesn't deserve a lot of the things that have come her way. And it seemed to reach a boiling point after the Liberty loss, where Ariel Atkins, her teammate, stood up and had her back and said enough of the nonsense criticism, which clearly Angel appreciated. So when you look at the situation as a whole, here is exactly what went down after another blowout loss for the Chicago Sky. This was Ariel Atkins speaking on behalf of Angel Reese. Of course, they traded for Atkins in the offseason.
And the amount of crap that she gets on a day to day, she still shows up. So whatever questions y'all got like about our team, basketball wise, we appreciate it. But all the other nonsense, like, it's irrelevant. Like, we here to play basketball and do what we do. We having a hard time right now at the end of the day. Just a 23-year-old kid who handles herself with grace. Her crown is heavy. So whatever else, like, y'all want to come at her for the way that she acts, she has to build the wall. She has to have the wall. Because if she doesn't, people will break her down. Not only just because of the way she looks, but because of the way she carries herself. She doesn't just walk around and act like, oh, I'm this. No, she knows who she is. And we ain't going to break her down for that. So whatever other questions y'all got, like, I'm hoping it's just about basketball. Maybe a box score question. But the kid's crown is heavy. Like, respect that.
Yeah. Now, one of the questions asked to her was about a flagrant foul she received in the game, which I would argue is a basketball question. Another question that was asked to her, was about the criticism she receives online. And that's when Angel said, I've never had a bad interaction in person. And for a lot of times, like, Angel did this sweet thing with Holly Rowe during the game and fixed her eyelash and all that. And there's a lot of likable aspects. And there's a lot of people spreading fake things about Angel Reese, which is not cool for anybody, or just using her name for rage bait, for sure. I've also, Angel has said stuff. We can't just totally take the blame away from her when she says, when she's asked about saying people watch for me too. And you said it, you can be asked about it. When she, stood up there after the Fever fans were accused of what happened and was vague and didn't address the situation at all, which kind of gave it life. I mean, when she was posting stuff, reposting stuff online, those are actions, those are words. People are allowed to criticize your actions and your words. At the same time, it does go to the theater of absurd, where I've had to shut down fake news, fake rumors, all that stuff. As far as her play on the basketball court, that is fair game. I get it. There's compilation reels and blooper reels and all that. And people do go after her more than anybody else because they're going to get easy engagement. Part of that is because she was built up to a certain level, which makes her a bigger star. It's like a machine feeding itself in a sense. But for me, when I'm saying, 31% shooting is just not going to cut it, that is not an unfair criticism. I'll never back off criticism like that. But you're not going to hear me make any personal, attacks or talk about whatever she's doing on her podcast or whatever. Angel also got a little emotional in the midst of it, defending herself. And her play, you could tell it's getting to her at this point. That's where I feel for her. I do feel for her because you can tell it's getting to her. This is what I was talking about.
Just walk around and act like, oh, I'm this. No, she knows who she is. And we ain't going to break her down.
Sorry.
For that. So whatever other questions y'all got, like, I'm hoping it's just about basketball. Maybe a box score question.
This is the end of what we just
But the kid's crown is heavy. Like, respect that. Yeah.
I know today wasn't as expected, but how does it feel to be in the team? This was one that you were for their time.
It's great. Thank you, Ariel, for sure. Obviously, this is my third one. Obviously, it weirdly meant something to other people today because it's me. And I focus on basketball. I come into work every day and work. I don't complain. I don't care about anything else. I have bad days. I haven't been playing well at all. And I can sit here and just mope around and point the finger, but it's been me. And I take accountability. I come in every day and try to be better than the next and better than the last. And I know my teammates trust me. I know they have my back. Ariel has my back through everything. And I just love that being a part of a team that I know really trusts me and trusts my work, and everything else is everything else. I'm just here just to come to work every day and go home. That's all I want to do is just come to work and being able to enjoy my job that I love. People would die and kill to have this job. And being able to play with the best players in the world means a lot to me. I put my all in this shit. I do.
And those are comments I can really, really respect. I mean, those are very relatable comments from Angel Reese. And I think more of that, not that she should be forced to, obviously she's feeling something there. That's not what I mean. But taking the accountability, not that she doesn't either, but I'm saying all in one. Like, she took accountability. She talked about how hard she worked. She talked about how she loves the sport. And you could feel that she cares. Right. And obviously her results throughout her career have shown that she cares. But I'm saying that's the kind of, it's hard to refute anything like that. It's hard to see that and not feel a certain way for it. And I feel for her seeing that. Again, I think she's done stuff to earn criticism. I think her play has earned criticism. At the same time, nobody's perfect. And I feel for her in the midst of those comments, because obviously her team is going through a very, very, very tough time. And I think Angel herself, you can see it's starting to not break her or anything like that, but wear her down a little bit. And I love the way she played in this game. It didn't come in good results for the Sky. Certainly not. Didn't turn out well for the Chicago Sky. But if Angel can play the way she played against the Liberty, she can change a lot of the early season narratives about her individual play. And hopefully that can change things for the team going forward. Ariel Atkins was being a good teammate. I might not agree with the way she phrased everything she said either, but she was being a good teammate in the sense of, trying to show that we're together, trying to show that I got your back. And obviously it was appreciated. But I don't see it getting any better for the Chicago Sky. And that's the worrisome thing, I think, for everybody involved, is that it kind of just spirals out of control. And for the franchise itself, with no draft pick, there's not hope at the end of the rainbow.